What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Corbin Khan, coming at you with another deck profile. So today we're going to be looking at a very interesting deck that I came up with on the fly. It's a Thunder Shaddoll deck. Not really competitive, it's more of a casual deck. It bricks quite a bit, but not that much. We're just going to get right into it, so then this video doesn't take up that much time. So we're going to be starting off with your basic 3 Thunder Dragons. You can't really run a Thunder Dragon deck without him. He's really nice, allows you to get into some of your fusion plays that you play. 3 Thunder Dragon Darks. Again, one of your basic Thunder Dragon engines. You just need him to get your Thunder Dragon fusion to your hand as fast as possible, or any of your other Thunder Dragons, depending on if you already drew your fusion, or if you just needed to make a different play, like get Hawk to hand to discard to get more link fodder out. It's really all up to you. We play 3 Thunder Dragon Roar. Again, we play 3 of him because he's your basic starter for your plays for your Thunder Dragons, so you can get the combos going. You used to banish him or send him from field to grave to get your Dark out, but now you mostly use it for either your Matrix or your Hawk, so then you're able to get Matrix to your hand for your next turn, so then you can disrupt with Titan, or to get your Hawk out into the field and redraw so you can get those Shaddoll fusions to your hand as fast as possible. Because you really want to see those as early as possible, going first or second, so then you can go into your Shaddoll plays first, and then you'll sit comfortably making your Thunder Dragon plays to get Titan out and then have Wind out. So then you're stopping your opponent from special summoning as much monsters, and then the one monster they do special summon, you can just pop off with Titan. So it's a great combo. 2 Dragonhawk, just because we don't really need them all that much like we used to. You just pretty much use the draw effect more than you use the discard to special summon. 2 Matrix. We only play 2 because we only really need 2. Basically, the only time you'll ever use them is off of Roar to special summon, send to grave, add it to hand, and then use it for Titan's effect. And then your next turn, if your opponent doesn't do much, you can just go into your Boral Sword Dragon and then do an OTK. So your normal summon for this deck is your Aloof Lupine. Really great for your Thunder Dragon plays. He allows you to chain block, so then you can do whatever is more important. So if you really need to special summon with Roar, you use that to special summon, and then you banish any of your other Thunder Dragons to just block it in case they have an Ash or an Effect Veiler or anything like that. So it's really nice. Moving on to your Shaddoll, we play 1 Squamata, which if sent to the grave by an effect, which we do use a lot, you pretty much just send another Shaddoll card from your deck to the grave. So it gets your grade loaded up, so then you're able to, I don't know, if we run Pot of Avarice in this deck, it allows it so you can shuffle 5 into your deck and then draw 2, which in this deck we don't, because we really need the space for other cards. We play 1 Beast. Really good card because he allows you to draw a card after he's sent to the grave by an effect. So he's pretty much your basic extender. You usually send him off with either your Foolish Burial just to get the extra draw, or he'll be your special summon when you use Windy, because he is a dark type, which you do kind of need for your El Shaddoll fusion, which we will be showing you here shortly. Windy, which allows you to special summon face down 1 Shaddoll monster from your deck, which you typically will either go into your Beast, or if you really had to, go into your Hedgehog. So it's either or. Next one we have is Nal Shaddoll Ariel. This is the card that brings the deck kind of together, because when she is sent to the grave by an effect, you get to banish up to 3 cards from either graveyard. So you would probably go into your Roar, Hawk, Dark, or Roar, Hawk, Matrix, and then do the chain blocking. So it's really nice because then you get 2 effects that you are guaranteed to get, and then 1 that you can get if you're not disrupted by an Ash or if you're not disrupted by anything else. So it's really nice. Play 1 Hedgehog, which allows you to get either your Beast to hand if you have Fusion in hand, so then you're able to use his effect to draw a card, or to get your Aerial, which your Aerial's effect will do to banish these. So, and then your last monster, you'll be playing 3 Ashes just so you can disrupt your opponent in case you're going second. So pretty basic cantrap. I think every deck is practically playing it. So that's all for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, which spells are really heavy in this deck, practically because we're playing a lot of fusion. So first off, for the spells, we play 3 Shaddoll Fusion, which is really great going second as well because it allows you to use monsters from your deck if your opponent controls a special summon monster from the extra deck. And then it's good going first because it allows you to use your Shaddoll monsters to use their effects to pop off. So play 2 El Shaddoll Fusion. Quick play, which allows you to fusion summon on your opponent's turn, so you can go into that window, so then your opponent is not allowed to special summon more than one monster. And also, too, it can stop the Nibiru, so if they activate Nibiru, you can chain this onto Nibiru, and then play Winda, and then they can't Nibiru you. So it's really great. It's a really good chain blocker. 2 Thunder Dragon Fusions. It's just so you can go into your Titan. You only play 2, you don't really need 3 because it is searchable off of Dark, and you have plenty of ways to banish your Dark to get this to your hand. So that's why we only play 2. 1 Gold Sarcophagus, which you use that to either get your Thunder Dragon Dark to get to the Fusion, or Roar to get out a Link fodder card, or your Hawk if you really just need to reshuffle your hand. It's really up to you and what your play is for that round. 1 Instant Fusion, which allows you to get your Kaminari attack, which also allows you to go and extend into your Thunder Dragon Titan plays, or you can use it to go into your Thousand Eyes Restrict, which then you can just use that to take away your opponent's monster, or disrupt a negate, get their negates used up. 1 Foolish Burial, which is really good for your Shaddoll plays. Your Shaddolls are based off of their being sent by effects, so this is an effect that you can send to your beast to draw a card, or your Wendy to special summon. It's up to you what your board is and what your hand's looking like. You have plenty of options. 3 Called by the Grave, because I'm a very paranoid person. I really don't like seeing hand traps go against my cards, so I play 3 of this just to protect the deck a little better, so then I'm able to make my plays as much as possible. And last, we play 3 Allure of Darkness. It's pretty much a basic card with Thunder Dragons, because with Thunder Dragons, you banish 1, and you get a +2, which, with either your Dark, which you get another +1, or your Roar, which allows you to special summon for free, basically. So that's why we play this. Going on to our extra deck, we play 2 Thunder Dragon Titan. You can play 3 if you want, but you'll have to cut out other cards, which you can cut out whatever you want. I'd recommend to keep this in your extra deck to reuse and get it out and make sure you don't run out of resources. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, which I play basically just because I don't feel right without playing with him in a Thunder deck. So that's practically the only reason why I play him. I guess you could use him to extend your plays if you only have a Fusion and your OG Thunder Dragon. Then you can banish and go into your Titan. But other than that, I just play it just because I really like him in this deck. Instant Fusion target, your Kaminari attack, which again, just like your Twin-Headed, allows you to go into your Titan and then further your plays with Roar or Hawk, depending on what's in your hand. And the other target is Thousand Eyes Restrict, which again baits out those negates and just takes a monster for free pretty much. So, and he's a good Link fodder, use him for your Appaloosa or Borosword. We play 2 Constructs. Basically, you'll send like your El Shaddoll Fusion if you don't already have it engraved, and then send this away with a link to add that to hand. Or you can just send a Shaddoll monster with the effect to get those effects going if you really needed to. We play 2 Winda. Just to be safe in case your first Winda fails, which then you can use to stop that Nibiru or just stop your opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's why we play that. And then we play the El Shaddoll Apkalone. I don't know how to pronounce that. Really hard for me. I'm only here with a 3rd grade education. Just kidding. That's not true. She just takes up 2 Shaddoll monsters with different attributes. So you can use it with your Ariel and then your Beast, or you can use it with your Winda and your Squamata. It doesn't matter. It's a really good way to extend, so then you're not using up your Winda in case that's the only play you can go into. Moving on to links, we play 1 IP Masquerena, just so then you can go into your Nightmare Unicorn to disrupt during your opponent, or you can use your IP Masquerena to go into your Borosword or your Appaloosa, which if you go into Borosword, he can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle, and then your Appaloosa just so you can have those negates, which you can get up to 3, which is really nice because it practically stops your opponent from playing. And then the last link we play is Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep is because we play a lot of fusion spells, and with the effect of Cross Sheep, if they're special summoned to an arrow that he has, which are the 2 side arrows pointing down, you get to special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster, which then allows you to go into your other link plays like Appaloosa or your Borosword Dragon to go into your OTKs. So that's pretty much that for the extra deck. For your side deck, it's practically like my other videos. You have 2 of your Starving Venom fusions, just in case you're playing against those dark heavy decks, like Orcus, which I know are probably going to come back, or even your Shaddoll invoked cards, because their main board does consist of 2 dark monsters, so you can get rid of them pretty easily. Which then, you know, you need those Super Poly targets, so we run 2 Super Polys. Back row removal, we play 2 Twin Twisters, and then 3 Cosmic Cyclones. The reason why we play 3 Cosmic Cyclones and only 2 Twin Twisters is because you're practically going to be using up your hand most of the time, so you don't really have the necessary discard in order to activate its effect, so Cosmic Cyclone will do. And then for monsters, we play 1 Danko Sekka, which can be searched off of Thunder Dragon Fusion. Allows those heavy spells and trap decks to not use their set spells and traps, so you can stop like Dark Magician or even Guru Control or Trap Tricks. You know, I have beaten a lot of Trap Tricks with this card. And then last monster we play is 3 Nibiru, the Primal Being. Depending on how the meta is going to play out here, which we don't really know how it is right now, you could take this card out and put something else in. I just keep it in because, again, we're not sure what the meta's like, and a lot of decks do play 5 cards during their main phase, which, except for maybe Shaddolls, which they get that window out before then, which really stopped Nibiru. But Nibiru is really great because it clears that whole field and then allows you to disrupt your opponent. So, and then the last 2 cards we play are 2 Dark Ruler No Mores. Like I've said before, this is a great side deck card. I would recommend getting this. It just negates your entire opponent's field. Granted, they don't get dealt any damage, but that doesn't really matter because you're pretty much just going to aim to set up your first turn board, so then you can stop them from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's a great card. So that's the deck profile. I know this video was a little fast. It's just because I don't want these videos to, you know, be 20 minutes long. I want to try to get to that 15-minute mark. 20 minutes is okay with me, but like I said, I know a lot of you are just here to look real quick and then get a deck going. So if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for future deck profiles you'd like me to see or do, I can definitely do that for you. Just make sure to leave it down in the comments below. And as always, you know, be safe out there, have fun dueling, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye-bye.